So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for yet another FIFA 17 experiment here today. Not on career mode technically, it's on tournament mode, but you'll have seen from the title we're going to be trying something a little bit out there for today's video. We're going to be assembling the best players that play in the Premier League, in the English Premier League, putting them into one side and seeing how they would fare if they played as that one team in the World Cup. So against the likes of Germany, the powerhouses of Germany, Brazil, Argentina, you know, all the big teams, Spain, Italy, France, all the big teams from across the world, and seeing how they would do in a FIFA World Cup against all those sides, and of course all the other sides that make up the World Cup from all the other different areas of the globe, you know, from Africa, from Asia, from Australasia, all those different types of places, and seeing how this team would do. So before we get into the experiment proper, we're going to take a little look at the squad. Obviously, you guys need to see the quality of the squad that we're going to be testing really in this World Cup environment. So here it is, and it is a team of ridiculous proportions. When you look at it, you're like, oh my god, this should win the World Cup. But obviously there are so many good teams across the globe in terms of international sides that this team is going to have to come up against in order to do that. There's 31 other teams in this tournament. I'll show you all the groups in just a second, but for now we're going to take a look at this side. David De Gea is the main goalkeeper, with Leighton Baines out on the left in terms of the defence. Koscielny, Kompany and Alderweireld as the centre-backs, with Klein as the right-back. De Bruyne and Pogba in central midfield. Hazard and Alexis Sanchez are the wingers, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic is the striker, and it just keeps getting better when you look at the bench as well. The likes of Ozil and Aguero only on the bench, along with Courtois, David Luiz, Kyle Walker, Philippe Coutinho and Henrik Mkhitaryan, and on top of that the reserves is filled with Harry Kane, Romelu Lukaku, David Silva, Diego Costa and Petr Cech. A few of you might question why I'm using Chelsea. Well, it seems relevant because they're a Premier League side and they're winning the league at the moment. They might not be at the end of the season, obviously Tottenham are catching them, but it just seemed to make sense to use Chelsea for the best team, given at the moment they are outright the best team in the Premier League. But you guys can all agree that this side is absolutely monstrous. I just want to clarify as well that this is going to be in the normal format of a World Cup. It's going to be in terms of 8 groups, and then it's going to go into knockout stages. Each team will only play each other once in the group stages, like you would get in the World Cup in real life, instead of each team playing each other twice in the group stages like you would see in the Champions League or Europa League. Anyway, as I promised, we're going to be taking a look at the groups, and Group A is where we find our Premier League all-stars in the shape of Chelsea. I did randomise it, although I did have to change a few things just to make sure that there weren't teams of the same continent making up one entire group. So I haven't made it biased. I did randomise it, but I did have to swap a few teams of similar quality just from different continents to make it a bit more realistic. So for example, you know, a 4-star team from Europe might have been swapped with a 4-star team from Africa, for example, just to make it so that one group wasn't just made up of one continent. Anyway, regardless of that, we've got the EPL All-Stars in Group A, along with Russia, South Africa and Belgium. Obviously, Belgium are going to be the main threat when it comes to beating the EPL All-Stars at the top of that group. I would expect Russia and South Africa to go out, but you never know. There might be a surprise on the cards. Group B is an interesting one because we've got Wales and Northern Ireland, two almost local rivals, if you like, in terms of international football. They're alongside Ecuador and Spain. Group C is where we find England, along with Sweden, Chile and the United States. Group D has got Mexico, Brazil, Turkey and France in it. Group E consists of the Netherlands, Denmark, Cameroon and Germany. Pretty tough group, that one, to be honest. Group F is the Ivory Coast, along with Australia, Italy and Poland. Group G is Argentina, Canada, Portugal and Colombia. And then finally Group H is Switzerland, Egypt, Ireland and Uruguay. Now if you're wondering why there's certain teams that aren't in this World Cup, it's because they're not on the game. So the likes of Ghana, Nigeria, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, teams who would maybe make it into the World Cup in real life, I can't put them in because they're not on the game. Same for Japan, South Korea. It's EA's problem, not mine. So that's the reason why some genuinely good sides aren't actually in this experiment. Anyway, you guys have now seen the squad that we're going to be using for the EPL All-Stars and the group stages as well. What I'm going to be doing for this experiment is stopping after each stage of the tournament and showing you how the fixtures have gone, and then at the end I'll show you everything and show you the player stats and top scorers and all of that stuff as well. So we're going to sim to the end of the group stages. We're going to see what's going down, and then I'll rejoin you for the start, hopefully, of the knockout stages if the EPL All-Stars make it that far. So it's a pretty ominous start for the international sides when it comes to the groups for this World Cup tournament, because the EPL All-Stars collected 100% of the points in the group stage, grabbing 9 points and a positive 3 goal difference, and qualifying along with Belgium, unsurprisingly. In the other groups, we've got Group B. Spain and Ecuador actually qualified, so both of the British sides, Wales and Northern Ireland, going out, surprisingly. Group C saw England and Chile qualify, with Sweden and the United States going home. Brazil and France have qualified from Group D, with Mexico and Turkey going out with only a point apiece. Group E saw Germany and Cameroon, interestingly, qualify ahead of the Netherlands, so even on FIFA, the Netherlands are going through a pretty dire patch at the moment, and Denmark also went out with 0 points. Group F is where Italy and Poland qualified, with the Ivory Coast and Australia going home. In the penultimate group, Argentina and Colombia qualified, so big names going home are Portugal with only 4 points in 3rd place, and Canada ended up being the whipping boys at the bottom of the group. And finally, Group H saw South American side Uruguay go through along with Switzerland, with the African side Egypt going home along with the Republic of Ireland. So this is how the tournament tree is looking for the round of 16 stage. It hasn't happened yet, but these are the fixtures that have been drawn. Germany are going to be up against Ecuador. The EPL All-Stars will be facing Switzerland. They'll definitely be the favourites for that one. Uruguay are up against France, Spain v Colombia, Italy v Chile, Brazil v Poland, England v Belgium, and Argentina versus Cameroon. So the round of 16 stage is complete, and my word, we've got some titans of football left over for the quarterfinals. Germany ended up beating Ecuador 3-0 to make it into the quarterfinals. The EPL All-Stars actually faced a struggle, only beating Switzerland 2-1 in the round of 16, but they will face Germany in the quarters. That's going to be a massive task for the EPL All-Stars, and definitely their biggest challenge as of yet. France will be playing Spain in the quarterfinals because France beat Uruguay and Spain thumped Colombia. The other quarterfinals will be Italy versus Brazil and Belgium versus Argentina, because Belgium beat England 2-0 in the round of 16. We've arrived then at the semi-finals, and there's big news. The EPL All-Stars managed to beat Germany, only 1-0 though. Very slim scorelines. They're not exactly thrashing everybody, but that is still a big victory against one of the best sides in the entire tournament. So they'll be going through and facing France, who beat Spain on penalties in the quarterfinals after a 2-2 draw. And in the other last 4 fixture, it's an all South American affair, with Brazil facing Argentina. Brazil managed to get the better of Italy with a 1-0 win in the quarters, and Argentina beat Belgium 2-1 to book their place in the last 4 as well. So these are the players that the EPL All-Stars are going to have to overcome. There's some seriously good young and obviously established talent in this side, the likes of Hugo Lloris, Antoine Griezmann, Dimi Payet, Ousmane Dembele, and N'Golo Kante as well, who isn't even in the side for the EPL All-Stars, as well as the likes of Koscielny and Umtiti. So this is going to be a difficult game for the EPL All-Stars, but if they can beat Germany, they can probably give France certainly a good game. So then, this is basically it. The EPL All-Stars once again with a 1-goal scoreline, just scraping through into the final. A 1-0 victory over France is enough for them to book their place in the final, and they'll be up against Argentina, the likes of Lionel Messi and obviously Sergio Aguero, but on the other side of the fence instead of being for the EPL All-Stars, as in a much more entertaining semi-final, they managed to beat their South American rivals Brazil in a 3-2 victory. We're actually going to watch this sim, by the way, for the final. We're not going to just skip it on the calendar. We might as well, given we've only got 1 game left, we know there's only 1 game left, we might as well just watch it on this screen. So this is going to be it then. Chelsea, or the EPL All-Stars versus Argentina in the final of the FIFA World Cup. Both on the back of a victory, and both with some ridiculous talent on the side. Argentina, the likes of Dybala, Messi, Aguero, and just to name a few, the likes of Di Maria and Higuain though on the bench, and that could come back to haunt them, because after half an hour, Alexis Sanchez of Chile has given the EPL All-Stars the lead. Eden Hazard briefly doubled it, but Acuna for Argentina has got one back. With 20 minutes to go, it's a 1-goal lead again for the EPL All-Stars. Just 10 minutes to go. Can Argentina equalise? No, they cannot. EPL All-Stars have come out on top in the entirety, not only of just this game, but the tournament overall, and will take the World Cup home. Goals from Sanchez and Hazard were enough, and Aguero even came on just to give himself a game, to play against himself, his alter ego who was playing against Argentina. But it is the EPL All-Stars that have won the World Cup, and the answer to the experiment is that yes, the EPL All-Stars can win the World Cup, although it's not been easy. I genuinely feel as if you did this experiment again, you'd get a different result. Like, this was not, like, smooth sailing. Although they've won every game of the tournament, they've only beaten every team in the knockout round by 1 goal. Top scorer in the end was Eden Hazard, but for the EPL All-Stars rather than Belgium, want to stress that part. He got 8 goals ahead of Willian with 6, Edinson Cavani, Torvan and Brandt, as well as Acuna actually of Argentina who scored in the final. They all got 4 goals, followed by Nani, Costa, Adam Lallana, Alexis Sanchez, but for Chile rather than the EPL All-Stars, Tyson of Brazil, Ander Herrera, Ciro Immobile, Vitolo of Spain, and Teodosic. Looking at the assists now, and Diego Costa, again going to have to specify for Spain rather than the EPL All-Stars, got 3 assists with Willian getting 3, as well as Paul Pogba for the EPL All-Stars getting 3, Demi Payet with 2, as well as Parolo, Vardy, Dybala, Embolo, Acuna, and Renato Sanchez, all getting 2 to round out the top 10. And as far as clean sheets are concerned, Diego Alves for Brazil managed to get 4, with Arrizabalaga of Spain getting 4 as well, Jan Sommer with 3, Thibaut Courtois for the EPL All-Stars getting 3, as well as Andujar, Muslera, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Belanov, Fon Williams for Wales, and Simon Mignolet for Belgium, rounding out the top 10, and then rounding out the top 15 is El Hadari from Egypt, Jonsson from Sweden, Jeroen Zoet from the Netherlands, Bernd Leno of Germany, and Fabrice Ondoa from Cameroon. So that then brings to an end today's experiment video here on FIFA 17. Could the EPL All-Stars win the World Cup? A team of the best players playing in the Premier League against the best national teams in the world in one tournament, and the answer was a resounding yes. Well, not actually, a close-fought yes. Not a resounding yes, but a close-fought yes. If you've enjoyed this experiment video, then please make sure to slap a like on it. Subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. 35,000 subscribers is around the corner, which has sort of come out of nowhere this month, but that is beyond the point. Congratulations actually to Rich Lee, who hit 35,000 subscribers. I saw that on Twitter, so if you want to go subscribe to him and increase that number further, then a link to his channel will be in the description below, as well as some other people who make FIFA 17 experiment videos, the likes of Sam GSY obviously, as well as B-Monus, iGaming, and a few others as well. Some other links will be down there as well. I spoke about Twitter briefly. If you want to go follow me over there, then my Twitter handle is at the bottom of the screen. It is at the official FNG. Links are in the description. You can also comment on this video if you enjoyed it that much. I seem to have messed up this outro quite substantially, but whatever, we're done here. It has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Come to the rave looking like gold medalist with Kurt Angle boots on. And I don't wear the boot on, but they got normal shoes on. You're the like yo with the shoe from. Get them to the yo Uncle Jar. I ain't got a flex on no one. I'm the original Don. Come to the rave looking like gold medalist with Kurt Angle boots on.